well. I was contacted by one of your third grade teachers who wanted me to join in and to help develop some science lessons. So for this week, I have designed a lesson where you are going to be a lead investigative scientist, and you're going to be doing some investigation on soil. Okay, so our investigative service has been contacted by the local gardeners club, and they're asking for our help. They need help in guiding them to start their first garden. As I said, you have been selected as the lead investigative scientist to conduct the research to help them learn about soil. Dig it? Now, let's get started with what exactly you need to know to understand and what you need to do. You need to know the 3 types of soil, their properties, and their components. You need to understand how the soil properties, components affect plant growth and the survival of plants. All right, your dues for this lesson. You're going to be conducting research and completing graphic organizers to record facts and to use in the comparison of your soil types. Next, you'll move on to doing a hands-on experiment, and where you will be conducting research and recording data on different types of soil. Okay, so last, you will create a presentation of your choice to share your research, your experiment, and your conclusion as to what types of soil is best for growing healthy plants and why. Okay, let's get into the first part. This slide is going to be telling you exactly what you're researching. Okay, I've given you guiding questions. You also have some suggested websites. All right, these are just websites here that you can go in and check out the different types of soil. Make sure you're collecting your data on paper. Make sure as you go through that you are drawing pictures to help also, especially when you're getting into the properties of soil. This would be very helpful. Now, these websites, they're only suggested. You're the lead investigator here. You're going to take ownership of this, and you're going to go and investigate as much as you want. Okay? You're going to do as much research as you want. Just make sure you stay focused on your questions as you do it, and make sure that the sites you go in are safe sites, okay? So maybe you want to get your parents involved or an older brother or sister that can also help you with this research, okay? Now, we're going to move on. The next slide is only suggested videos, okay? So, again, suggested videos. You do not have to use all of these. You know, a good scientist always does a lot of investigation, but you do not have to use every one of these. You may use your own. Okay, these are just some sites that I found that I really liked. Okay, so remember, watch the videos, record your information on paper. Okay, now you finished your research. We're moving on to your soil experiments. I have listed 2 experiments here with your data sheets. These are just suggested experiments. If you find one that you like, maybe it's not as complex as one of these. Okay, I tried to give one that is a little more complex than the other. You choose which one you want, or you choose another. Okay, you're the lead scientist here, so this is your investigation. These, use these. Be sure you record your data. Be sure that you are drawing pictures again to use in when you have to do your conclusion, when you are comparing the soils, and when you are giving your presentation. Okay? Maybe a good idea too would be to video yourself as you do the experiment. Okay, so let us see what you're doing. We're interested in what you're learning and how you're learning it. Let us know how the experiment went. Did you have problems? If so, what did you do to solve the problem? This is good science work here. Okay, let's move forward. Here comes the presentation part of your assignment. Now, this part is going to require you to use your research. It's going to require you to use the information you've learned in your experiment. And you are going to be comparing this information to determine basically which soil would be best for growing healthy plants. For task 1, you're basically using your guiding questions to create a detailed presentation to show what you've learned. Include details and visuals of your research. Include details and visuals of your experiment. Include your graphic organizers. Include your data charts. But after you've done all this, you need to make sure that you've written a good, detailed conclusion answering your question. This will help you as you verbally give or, your presentation, during your presentation. This will help guide you through so that, you know exactly where you're starting and where you're finishing. Okay? All right. For task 2, and you only have to choose, I did put 2 tasks on here. You only have to choose 1 task, okay? Task 2 is a little more in depth. So, you choose the one that you like. Again, you're going to use the guiding questions to create your detailed presentation, including the same things as task 1, except for in task 2, you're actually being asked to go out and dig the soil in your yard and compare it to what you've learned to determine if your soil would be healthy for plants. And if not, what solutions could you come up with in order to increase your soil's ability to grow healthy plants? Or if that could not be done, what other options would you have to create a garden? Okay, so let's move on. The next thing I have here is some suggest ideas on the ways that you can make a presentation. Of course, we have posters. You could make a poster, and then you could video yourself talking about what you've learned. You could do a PowerPoint presentation, much like what I'm doing here, and video yourself talking about it. You could also go on and record yourself and put it on YouTube. So there's lots of ways to do this, okay? Again, you're in charge. Talk with your parents, get them involved, and do what it is that you want to do. To help you out, I have included a grading rubric. Now, this will not be used as a grade this year, but in the future, maybe so. So what I wanted you to do is to be able to go through here and sort of guide yourself as you go and make sure you've got everything. Okay, I like to see what I'm graded on to make sure that I've got all my bases. And then your last video or your last slide here is going to be about going on kudos. Basically, I put it on there is test what you know. You will go on to your video or go on to Cahoots and log into the sites that I've suggested or the tests that I have suggested. See what you know. Have fun with it. Let's just see if you can answer all the questions. Okay? All right. Now, this is you. This is your learning. I want you to take ownership. I want you to enjoy this, and I want you to have fun with it. Okay? I look forward to seeing your presentations. I really want to see what you come up with and how you design this, okay? So, again, this is Miss Eller, and I look forward to it, and it's good just being a part of you guys, okay? I really do miss you. Take care. Bye.